somebody that I know had her green citizenship interview a couple of days ago, and everything went through. They gave her time to come in for the swearing-in ceremony.
Right.
And between the time that she had an interview and the ceremony, she had a situation at the departmental store, Walmart, and the cops were called in, and she was charged with larceny.
She's not going to swear in anytime soon. They're gonna postpone her swearing in until the resolution of her criminal case, and then after her criminal case is resolved, they'll probably re-interview her.
So what I'm trying to find out, though, she's supposed to be in court in the coming days. Is this something she has never had been charged? She's never had any issue before, but she's going to go to court in the coming days. Do you have to have a lawyer, or you think something?
She needs a lawyer. When you're not a citizen of the United States and you're arrested, you need a lawyer because you could plead guilty to something that would get you deported. She's got to worry more about getting deported than whether she's going to become a citizen or not. But I can tell you, for the short term, she's not going to become a citizen. She definitely needs a lawyer, 100%.
Okay.
Now, if in Connecticut you show up without a lawyer and you're below a certain level of income, they're going to give you one. But that lawyer they're giving you, the legal aid lawyer, that you're 1 in a million to them. All right. So hold on one second. Let's go to Frankie in Pittsburgh. Frankie.
Good evening, sir.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What's going on?
Well, last month I called about my I-130 appeal. I said that the USCIS reopened the case.
Right.
I get a letter from USCIS and they approved the I-130.
Great. Congratulations.
Thank you. I want to know if I have to file the motion to reopen or reconsider for the I-485, or I will just wait for them to.
Well, they should adjudicate the I-485. You should make a InfoPass appointment. Go down to the local immigration office. Make sure that they reopened your I-45. It should happen automatically that they reopen the I-45 and adjudicate it. If they don't, at this point, you would just refile a new I-45 with the I-130. But what should have happened is that immigration should reopen it by just automatically because you had the I-130 approved and you had the I-130 in adjustment originally denied.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have just one question. Yeah, I just looking for my 10 years green card. And my wife is about to file a bankruptcy. So my question is this, will that have any effect on me?
No. Bankruptcy has no effect on you whatsoever. It's based on your income.
Thank you very much.
All right?
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I recently applied for VAWA,
Yes.
and the case was filed in Florida.
Yes.
However, the attorney told me that it was submitted, but they submitted it to, I think it's a VAWA processing center in Chicago.
Okay.
Yes, I'm a bit concerned. My concern is that why was it not sent?
Because it originally goes to a lockbox, which is in Chicago. So they should have filed an I-360 and an adjustment, and it goes to a lockbox, which is generally a Chicago mailbox, and then it gets transferred to various immigration offices.
Okay, so it will go to the lockbox in Chicago, and then it is sent to the USCIS office wherever I live.
It would go to the National Benefits Center first, or a service center, and then when it comes time for an interview, it will go to a local office in Alabama, where you are.
Okay, my other question is how long
a long time, about 18 to 24 months. I hope they filed an adjustment for you too, or you're going to be waiting even years for a work permit. What? Did you file an adjustment with the VAWA case?
Yes, he said he filed for a work permit.
No, did you pay a penalty fee? I mean, a filing fee?
No,
okay,
that's why
okay, so what your lawyer did was file an I-360 application. Your work permit will get approved once the I-360 is approved, which will be in 18 to 24 months from now, or even longer, maybe 3 years from now. You're going to wait based on what your attorney did, years and years and years. When you file an I-360, my advice, attorneys can differ, my advice is if you're qualified to file an I-360, you should be filing an I-45 adjustment along with it. if the abuse was based on, listen to me, if the abuse was from a U.S. citizen, and then you would get your work permit within months rather than waiting for years.
Well, he did that. I think
No, he didn't do that because you just told me he didn't file a filing fee. You need to file a filing fee, which is $1,225 for the adjustment.
Okay, so what should I do? Call him and tell him
Call
to
and
file.
find out, did you file an I-485 adjustment? And if so, did you attach an I-765 work permit? If he did not file an I-485 adjustment and just filed the I-765 with the I-360, which is the abuse case, you're going to wait 2 years for a work permit. Bottom line, if you file an I-360, you're waiting for years. If you file an I-360 and the I-485 adjustment simultaneously, which is my recommendation, you get a work permit in a few months, which is what I would suggest you do. That's the bottom line.
What I'm saying, brother, when I went by the office, told me that he filed it.
Anthony, I just gave you your answer.
Okay,
I don't know what he did. You got to find out. If it's an I-360 only, tell him to file the adjustment with a new work permit. If he did it, then great, you're in good shape.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He told me that he filed it. Like, he told me that he filed a work permit.
But you're not listening. But you're not listening to me. What I said to you for a fourth time is if he filed a work permit with your VAWA application, you will not get it for a long time. You told me he did not file a filing fee, so you did not file an adjustment. You just filed the VAWA case, nothing else. There are multiple ways in which you can file an I-765. You can file it just with a VAWA case. You can file it with an adjustment. If you're filing it as a standalone VAWA, you're waiting years. If you file in a work permit with an adjustment, you'll get it in a few months. What I suggest you do, because we're talking in circles, is we're going to hang up on you now. Go back and listen to what I said several times until you get it. I promise you'll get it. Then speak to your attorney, okay? Hold on.
Okay.
All right, our first social media question, like I said, these come from the Facebook fan page. So if you guys want a guaranteed first five questions to be answered, you have to join the Facebook fan page. All right, so this one comes from Hernandez Oscar saying, question, my girlfriend is from Mexico. I'm a U.S. citizen. She has a tourist visa and we have been dating for 6 months. If I marry her, or can she get married on a tourist visa that she's had for years? Question, does she still have to return to Mexico? Also, please explain the 90-day rule that entering the U.S. wait for 90 days, or is it having a tourist visa? What I'm trying to say is, does she need to be here for 90 days so we can get married?
Yes.
At the end,
yes.
All of that.
Okay, so let me explain, because I haven't answered this question enough lately.
Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm. Let me explain. If you come on a tourist visa, you're coming to visit. That's incongruent with getting a green card. You can't, in one hand, say I'm visiting, and the other hand saying I want to live here for the rest of my life. Mm-hmm. Somewhere, you're not telling the truth, right?
Yes.
So if you come on a visitor's visa, and you go to the airport, and you show the visa, or you go to the crossing between Mexico and the United States, and you show your visa, whether the words come out of your mouth or not, you're saying, I'm visiting. I'm coming here for a temporary period of time. I am going home. If you then file for your green card, within 90 days of you entering America as a visitor's visa, on a visitor's visa, by telling the government you're coming on a temporary basis to visit and go home, and then you file for your green card within the first 90 days, the government says you lied. You said at the airport, you showed a visa, and you said, I'm coming on a temporary visit, and I'm going home, and then 30 days later, here you are applying for your green card. Mm-hmm. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Right?
Yes.
So then they're going to deny you. What the law says, if you wait more than 90 days, you were not liar, liar, pants on fire. You changed your mind. You came to visit, and then you changed your mind. And literally, that's what the law says. That's what the law says.
Yeah.
I'm not telling anybody to do nothing wrong. I'm just telling you the law.
Right.
If you come as a visitor and you get married and file within the first 90 days, liar, liar, pants on fire. Mm-hmm. After 90 days, you're not liar, liar, pants on fire. There you have it.
There you go. All right, our next question comes from Dana Love saying, question for a friend. She applied the I-751 back in 2016, got her green card in October, same year, and now her ex-husband accused her that he didn't sign the I-751 forms, but he did. She used the one they both signed their bona fide marriage, but things didn't work out. She's not sleeping in a separate room, but still living together at the time that she applied. Now my friend got a biometric date for citizenship. Is this going to be a problem?
Has she removed the conditions yet?
Doesn't say.
Okay, if you haven't removed the conditions, you got to remove the conditions first. If you're no longer in a bona fide marriage with your spouse, then my advice is always get divorced. Don't stay in an unhappy marriage. Don't just live in another room just for the sake of trying to get a green card.
Right.
If you already removed the conditions and you're now applying...
But she already has the green card. She got the green card the same year.
The 10-year or the 2-year?
Well, it said back in 2016, so...
But I don't know if this is the 2 or 10.
Well, now she's applying for citizenship, so maybe
But you said something about 751.
Yeah, so he's claiming that he didn't sign the I-751
But he did.
But he did.
Okay, so if you have a permanent green card and you're basing citizenship on 3 years of a bona fide marriage, you're not going to get through because you're in separate rooms. So you got to wait till 2021 is the answer.
Got it. All right, Terry saying, hey, Brad, my U.S. citizen wife is in the process of filing for me, and we want to hire you to handle the case. However, currently I live in Mexico, but I am a Nigerian citizen. Will the consular processing be done in Mexico or in Nigeria?
It depends if you're legally residing in Mexico. If not, then in Nigeria.
Okay.
All right, but if you're out of status in Mexico, they're going to make you go back to Nigeria.
Okay. Jean is saying, what's the difference between mandamus and request for expedited interview in case of asylum?
I don't know what request for expedited interview is. Please, can you make this go faster? A mandamus is a lawsuit with the federal government where a judge says, make it go faster.
So mandamus is
Correct.
the answer for whatever question you might have.
I'm calling for my cousin. She make a baby before time in Trinidad, a premature baby, right?
They made
But the baby wasn't her baby. She went on vacation and she made the baby before time.
Wait, she's from Trinidad. She make a baby? What do you mean make a baby?
No,
she gave birth in America?
Yes,
okay,
yes.
So she gave birth in America as a Trinidad.
No, she's a green card holder. She make the baby in Trinidad.
Okay. What do you mean by make a baby? They had sex with a man in Trinidad, or she gave birth in Trinidad? I don't know what make a baby means.
She gave birth in Trinidad.
Okay, all right. Okay, now I understand. Now, okay, and how long has she had a green card?
You had a green card like 5 years.
Okay, so how old is the baby now?
The baby is just a month old.
Okay, she has
but
not...
the baby is in the hospital.
Okay, so what the law says is if you can return with a baby that you give birth abroad as a green card holder, if it's your first entry back and you want to take the baby with you and the baby is under 6 months old. So when the baby gets out of the hospital, whoever this is has to bring the baby to the U.S. Embassy, prove that they have not returned to the United States yet with their green card, and get the baby what's called a parole visa to come to the United States to wait for their green card in the United States.
Yeah, but what happened to she green card going to expire in January?
So then she also needs to go to the U.S. Embassy to get a stamp in her passport to extend her green card. Because if she comes back to the United States without the baby on the first entry and then goes back a second time to go get the baby, they're not going to let her in with the baby. She's going to have to file I-130 for the baby.
Oh, so she had to go to the U.S. Embassy in Trinidad?
Correct.
All right, then.
All right. I hope she understood that. Yes.
I have a problem with my husband. Basically, I believe 3 months ago, I filed a I-290, which was like an appeal, the decision that we had, which they didn't give him the green card. So we had another incident happen.
Why didn't they give him a green card? What was the reasoning?
Well, we had a change of address, so we didn't receive the notice, which was the second interview.
So you missed the interview.
Because we didn't... Yeah, it says that we never attended, so I did the I-290 so we can appeal it to show that
that's a waste.
It's
a waste, unfortunately.
That it was.
Yeah, I'm being honest with you. The best thing to do, because if you do the I-290, eventually they're going to put him in deportation, and you're going to have a bigger problem. If you miss the interview, the best thing to do, as quickly as possible, is file a new adjustment.
Well, I mean, after that, okay, now that you gave me that answer, now I have another problem, which is he's actually been abusing me for a couple of years.
So if that is the case, then I wouldn't worry 2 cents about him. And if he's abusing you, I would kick him out of the house get an order of protection, and if he doesn't leave or if he touches you, call the police and have him arrested. So why would you get rid of him? Nobody deserves to be abused. No matter what your situation, no one deserves to be abused.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But there's now it actually turned around where I hit him back where I was defending myself, and now I was arrested, and now I'm being charged with not a criminal record but a misdemeanor. I didn't plead anything, but he put an order of protection against me, and now I feel like he's filing I-360, which is, that I abused him.
Yeah. He may get away with it because you got arrested. He may get away with it. I would not worry about what ultimately happens to him because you can't control that. All you can do is control yourself, deal with this case, get an order of protection against him, and get rid of him and move on with your life. And whatever happens with him, and I wouldn't worry about it because you can't control that. Because all you're going to do is just make yourself angry and angry. I want to get back at him. You can't.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
All right.
And I would withdraw the appeal. And I would withdraw the appeal.
Withdraw the appeal? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
My question is that I received a letter of approval notice of action from USCIS on June 26, 2019. And from them, that informing me that the letter is approved and sent to the NVC, but since then I didn't receive any response from NVC.
The notice of action says what's approved.
Yes.
What? Yes.
It's
what? What's it?
I want the petition. I'm sorry.
Okay. And who's sponsoring you?
My wife.
Okay. She filed an adjustment for you.
Yeah.
Okay, but you don't have an adjustment approved.
My petition already approved, and they sent me the mail.
Did you file an adjustment application? Did you go on an interview? What other applications besides the I-130 have been filed?
I don't get it.
You filed an I-130 visa petition. You said it got approved. And my question to you is, did you file any other application with the I-130?
Yes, I applied for my daughters and sons too.
Okay. Well, how did you come to America?
I get married in first marriage.
You came on a green card through a first marriage?
Yeah, and I'm citizen now.
And you're filing for who now? Your wife?
Yeah, the second wife.
Where is she?
She's back home.
Okay, now I understand. Okay, I thought you were talking about yourself. All right.
Yeah.
So now you're a U.S. citizen. You file for your wife who's back home.
Yes.
And the I-130 got approved when?
My petition is approved on the 26th of June, and the letter is sent to the NVC.
And you have not heard from the National Visa Center yet?
No, yet. It has been more.
All right, then you need a lawyer because you should hear from them in 8 weeks, and it's been about 4 months already. What country is your wife from?
Nigeria.
Okay. Typical, Jonathan. Typical that they delay Nigerians, Ethiopians.
Yep. Literally all my family.
Yes, correct. Typical. You may need a lawyer to get involved because a visa delayed is a visa denied, and they are purposely delaying African cases, third world cases, Caribbean cases, South American cases. Unless you're from Norway or Finland, they're delaying you. Hold on 1 second. Thanks for watching. For more Bradshaw Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.